What's up, big ass niggas? This your boy J Miles, and I am back this time with another live clip. Make sure if you're new, you hit that subscribe button, leave a like, comment, let me know what you're thinking in the comment sections. But most importantly, make sure you share it with your big friends.
So this is a topic that I got from I think this on another content creator's channel a while back, and I thought this one was pretty interesting. So I wanted to bring it to the table and get y'all take on it. It's like basically it was a young lady that was expressing her opinion on this, and she, in a nutshell, said basically that romance is a poor man's sport. And I guess I'll give a little bit more context to it. She's basically saying that if you got it like that, you ain't really got to be going out your way to express your love for, your significant other, opposed to somebody who, really don't have it like that, but you're still going out your way to be spontaneous and stuff like that, letting them know, hey, you my everything. I love you. You know, things like that. So, do y'all agree or disagree?
I agree.
Okay. Can you explain why?
I agree because if you got money, I mean, yeah, you don't have to do all that. You just got money, so you gonna get bitches. They just gonna come to you regardless. But I don't know. I don't really get down with the romance and dating and Valentine's Day and all of that. So maybe I'm not the one to ask. I'm
Okay.
not a.
So I'm ready to hear yours.
I don't understand.
Okay. So basically, what the lady was saying is that if you're a rich dude and stuff like that, you ain't gotta be doing, you know, having rose petals coming down the, hallway and shit like that. Setting up surprise dinners and let's see what's kind of other things you can do. Stuff that people do to set up and show that you're really special. The rich nigga like, look, I'm paying for this, I'm paying for that, I'm paying for that. You know what I'm saying? Making sure you good. That's enough. So she's saying the rich man don't have to do all of that, but the men that don't have so much, he has to show his love in other ways because, you know, more than likely in their relationship, it's 50-50. So he has to show and express his love with more ways than just paying for it.
Um, I think that okay, so I guess I agree in part and disagree in part. I think that depends on what you consider to be romance, right? Because to me, if he's paying all of my bills, if I'm with the rich man, he's paying all my bills and he's giving me my little money and taking care of me. That's all the romance I need. Then I know, yeah, like that's the romance I need, so to speak, like quote unquote. But if I am dating someone who can't do that and I'm having to go 50-50 with them, then how they're see this is I guess this is why I'm sort of confused on do I agree with that? I guess it's romance on both. I think both of them are providing romance. I think a lot of time with rich men, when they're dating rich men, I think they have a certain type of woman, and a lot of them women have that date rich men, and I'm talking about real wealth. They know the game, so to speak. They know how this works. So they don't expect him to be at the house every night or to be able to do all of this because he's putting me in a $5 million house. He's paying for everything. I got his master's car. I got his card. I can go uh, tear the mall up, and that's how he makes me happy, right?
Mm.
So to me, them women consider that to be romance. That is romance. I think that the flowers and stuff is what other men consider to be romance. And that may be a cheaper version of it. Since I can't give you my American Express card and you go blow it at the mall, I can't do that. So I have to figure out other ways to sort of make you feel special and make you feel. So I agree with that. I just think that the rich men are doing the romance too. They're just putting on a different type of romance to the woman that they're dating. So I think it's just what you consider to be romance. What makes you happy? What do you expect from someone that you're dating? I mean, the rose petals is pretty cheap, don't you think? I mean, how much rose petals cost?
And shit. I mean, yeah, it don't cost too much, but so
So
I'll repeat
I'll
it
repeat it
and stuff
and
like
stuff like
that. Basically, I'm asking, it was a young lady. Basically, she was saying that romance is a poor man's sport, meaning that all this, oh, let me, I'm gonna buy you some flowers and stuff like that, and a dinner on Wednesday, every once in a while, or make a nice bath for you and stuff like that when you come home from work, or things like that. And opposed to a rich nigga, he ain't doing none of that. But hey, he paying all the bills. You ain't never got to worry about paying anything. So what she's saying, rich niggas and stuff like that, they ain't really got to do all that stuff. That romance shit, that's just a plus if he chose to do so. But that's really was something that was created for to be able to court, basically express themselves to everyone in the story and basically. So, yeah. And I was giving people's opinion.
But I seen this post recently where this dude invited this chick over and he made like chicken nuggets and fries and had something called Josh wine. I don't drink alcohol, so I don't know what that is. But she was not happy. And she posted it on Snapchat and was like, look what this nigga done made. She left while he was in the bathroom. And he texted her and was like, what's the problem? And she was like, nigga, I don't want to eat that shit. And he was like, you ain't have to post it on Snapchat though. But he's
See, you should have
somebody
said
who
shit on the first topic. I mean, the topic
uh,
right before this.
uh well, it could be on both because he's somebody who's not, romance. Well, it can't be. Well, he's clearly broke because he tried to feed the girl chicken nuggets and fries, and she wasn't with it. So she
But
didn't
see,
want that romance.
I would say
say
pre-social
social
media,
media
that would have been
that would have been
okay
okay
because they got
because they got
such high
such high
expectations of
expectations
things.
of things.
They,
They
think they're
think
supposed to
it's
be
supposed to be
rewarded.
rewarded.
Yeah, I seen another one where the dude sent the girl $2,000 for her birthday, and she was like, "What I'm gonna do with that?" And he was like, I don't know. He was like, I don't know, go shopping or something. And she was like, nah, I think I'm gonna just send it back. We've been together long enough that you should be able to give me more than $2,000. And I was like, bitch, what?
That's
Shit.
crazy.
Damn.
And then he told her he only had like $50 left. She was like, well, here, you can have your money back. And she actually sent it back.
Damn. Well, at least you
Yeah.
sent it back.
Yeah. But like, it just depends because it just depends on the people. Because I would have been happy with that $2,000.
I
Mm-hmm.
bet you would.
Would.
I bet you
I
would.
bet you would.
Ain't have to send you nothing for real, for real.
Exactly. That's how
Exactly.
you
That's how
should
you
be
should
looking
be
at it.
looking at it.
Yeah, yeah.
I probably wouldn't have ate the chicken nuggets, but I wouldn't have posted it.
Yeah.
I probably would have been like, "Here, let me just order us something. I take this home to my kids."
Yep.
So I think it really depends on the people.
Todd, you want to give me your opinion on it?
Yeah, I use romance more as like a reward. So if I'm dating a chick and she does something that's worthy of a romantic gesture, I'll do it then. But and I understand the title "Romance is a Poor Man's Sport," but that shit get expensive. And for the first time, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, Jam. I've told you on just private phone calls, like that's what dates. Going out on dates is what led me to producing rom-com melodramas on my YouTube channel because that shit was starting to add up. So when you say romance is a poor man's sport, I'm like, I understand what they mean by that, but that shit add up. You take somebody out, man, that shit can easily run $50 to $150, depending on what you're doing. So I started taking some of that money, adding a little more to it, and I would just produce romantic comedy scenes and just post them on YouTube. This ain't a shameless plug, y'all. I'm not trying to plug my movie channel. But I'm just giving y'all the history of where it came from. It came from me taking different ladies out on dates. And some would turn out good, some wouldn't. Some would be a one and done. Took her out. Neither one of us was feeling each other's personality. And that was it. But that money is spent. So I was like, what can I do to have something to show for my money? And I'm already out here in Hollywood, California, learning. I was working as a background extra, on set and the stand-in. So I'm watching the craft. And I just started producing my own rom-com melodramas. And that's where it came from. So romance ain't necessarily a poor man's sport. That shit add up. But I do understand what they mean by the title. And I use it as a reward in my real life. I'm really dating somebody. Because I don't think most chicks appreciate that shit anyway. Like that, we get called the nice guys for trying to be romantic. So yeah, that's my spiel right there.
Well, it's absolutely true that we get called the nice guy for sure. That we try to do all that.
Yeah. And one more thought, and I meant to get this out when I was logging back in. And this is an insecurity of mine. I'm gonna be vulnerable enough to share one of my insecurities. I don't like to give a lady nothing another man can take advantage of, with the exception of going out to eat. So I don't mind because I don't necessarily want to eat by myself. So I could just enjoy your company, whether we going home together or not. That's not always the case. But let's say when it's not the case, I don't mind. Let's say she go hook up with another dude right after I just took her out to eat. I'm okay with that. I like going to nice places, having sitting down, having a nice meal, and you don't necessarily owe me something after that. As far as everything else, so something like stuff like money and all that shit, I don't like to give a chick nothing another dude can take advantage of. To where I'm just feeling playing like she used me, like what Talia was saying. I caught the tail end of it with the person who got the $2,000. Let's say they would have gave half of that money to her dude. I don't want to call him a pimp, but y'all get where I'm going with this. So that's an insecurity of mine. Maybe that's something I have to work on. But I kind of, with the exception of taking a chick out to eat, everything else they got to earn. That's me.
I understand that.
I appreciate that. Yeah. OJ bring back all.
Same.
Because y'all know these chicks do it. They never use the one dude for the money and letting another dude bring to the table.
Yeah, that's true.
So I just don't want to be that dumb. I don't want to be the lame duck. But I don't mind taking I could meet somebody tonight and we could go out a couple days. I don't give a damn who she go. It's just something I just enjoy doing. Going out to eat, having a nice meal. If you want to do it again, we'll go from there. Eventually, you got the time. Everybody
Get
else.
on.
What Solo said? Solo went already?
Yeah.
My idea, but it's really
I think I'm gonna get ready to go ahead and wrap this thing up. Bye, y'all. I'm about to go ahead and head out. Appreciate everybody stopping through.